Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Norauni Nadira binti Muhammad Fazil from the MK2A. Today I will explain about price elasticity of demand or PED using Grab Malaysia as my chosen business. First, price elasticity of demand refers to how much the demand for a product or service change when its price change. In simple words, PED helps us understand whether customer will continue buying a product when the price goes up or down. Let's look at Grab as an example. When Grab offers discount or promo codes, many people choose to book a ride because the price is cheaper. As a result, the number of bookings increase. However, when Grab increases its fares, especially during peak hours or bad weathers, some customers may decide not to use Grab. Instead, they may choose other alternatives such as public transport, taxis, or asking friends for a ride. This shows that customers are sensitive to price change. Therefore, Grab demand is considered elastic. This is because there are many substitutes available. Customers have different transportation choice, so even a small increase in price can cause a noticeable decrease in demand. In terms of business practices, Grab uses price elastic demand when setting its price. The company frequently provides vouchers, discounts, and promotional campaigns to attract more customers and increase bookings. At the same time, Grab also uses surge pricing during periods of high demand to maximize revenue. This graph shows the demand curve for Grab rides. The demand curve slopes downward from left to right, indicating an inverse relationship between price and quantity demand. At point A, the price of Grab ride is 10 ringgit and the quantity demand is 100 ride. When the price decreases to 8 ringgit, consumers are more willing to use Grab because it's become more affordable. As a result, the quantity demand increased from 100 ride to 130 rides, moving to point B on the same demand curve. This movement from point A to point B is called an extension of demand, which occurs when the price of a product decreases and quantity demand increases. The movement happened along the same demand curve because only the price changed, while other factors such as income, consumer preference, and competitor price remain constant. Therefore, the graph demonstrates the law of demand. When price falls, quantity demand rises. We can also make a calculation to find whether it's elastic or inelastic. We know that demand is elastic when the price elasticity of demand more than 1. So we got 1.5. So basically it's elastic because it's more than 1. In conclusion, price elasticity of demand helps Grab understand how customers react to price change. Since customers can easily switch to other transportation options, Grab's demand is generally elastic. This is why Grab uses promotion and pricing strategy to remain competitive and attract more users. Thank you. Bye.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Shoaib Abdul Kudus and I'm from the MK2A. Today I'm going to present my assignment is Economic 1003. And today I'm going to talk about income elasticity of demands. Income elasticity of demands is measure how the demands for product change when consumer income change. So here we got the formula. Change in quantity demands divide by change in income. So next one is about my company. My company is Apple. Apple is a multinational technology company known for producing premium products such as iPhone, MacBook, iPad, Apple Watch, and AirPod. And next one is income elasticity of demands to Apple. Apple products such as iPhone, MacBook, and Apple Watch are considered luxury or premium product. So when consumer income increase, they are more willing to ever purchase Apple product. But when incomes decrease, consumer may postpone purchase or switch to cheaper alternative such as Samsung, Xiaomi, or Oppo. Therefore, the quantity demands for Apple product change more than proportionally to change in consumer income. The next one is Apple demands elastic or inelastic. Apple products are generally income elastic because they are premium price product, not basic necessities, and consumer buy Apple product when income rise and higher income consumer are willing to spend more on technology and status brand. So for example, we got if consumer income increased by 10% and demands for latest iPhone may increase by 50%. So we got equal to 1.5. So the demand is income elastic. And Next one is real business practice by Apple. So the first one is premium pricing strategy. Apple maintain high price to position its product as premium and exclusive, such as iPhone Pro model. Next one is product innovation. The continuous product innovation such as better camera and faster processor. Next one is targeting higher income consumer. Apple focus on middle and high income consumers through premium branding and high quality design. And last one is product upgrade programs. Apple encourage customer to upgrade regularly through trade-in program installment payment plans. And the conclusion is income elastic of demands play an important role in Apple business performance. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Next, I will explain cross-elasticity of demand or XED. XED measures how the demand for one product responds when the price of another related product changes. For McDonald's, a suitable substitute is KFC because both sell fast food and target similar customers. When the price of KFC increases, some consumer may switch to McDonald's, causing the demand for McDonald's to increase. Therefore, McDonald's and KFC have a positive cross-elasticity of demand. For example, let's assume KFC increases its prices by 10%. As a result, the quantity demanded for McDonald's increases by 8% because customers look for a cheaper alternative. Using the formula XED equals 8% divided by 10%, which gives us positive 0.8. The positive value shows that McDonald's and KFC are substitute goods. These are the example graph that based on the scenario. In this case, the cross-elasticity value is positive 0.8. Since the value is less than 1, the relationship is relatively inelastic. This means that although customers switch from KFC to McDonald's, when prices change, the change in demand is not very large. Many customers remain loyal to their preferred brand because of taste preferences, menu variety, promotions, and convenience. So, McDonald's uses cross-elasticity information when planning its pricing and promotional strategy. When competitors increase prices, McDonald's can attract more customers through value meals, app discount, and promotional campaigns. McDonald's also monitor competitors' prices to remain competitive in the fast food market. Understanding customer switching behavior helps the company increase sales and market share. That's it from me. Thank you. Bye.
Hello everyone, my name is Siti Aisa Batrisha from DMK2A. Today I will explain about supply elasticity using Petronas as an example. First, let's understand what supply is. Supply is the amount of goods or services that a company is willing and able to sell at a certain price. Usually, when the price goes up, companies want to supply more because they can earn more profit. Next, price elasticity of supply refers to how quickly a company can increase or decrease its supply when the price changes. If a company can easily increase its production, the supply is elastic. If it takes time to increase production, the supply is inelastic. Now, let's look at Petronas. Petronas is a Malaysian oil and gas company. Its supply is considered relatively inelastic. This means that even if oil prices increase, Petronas cannot quickly increase the amount of oil and gas it supplies. This is because producing oil and gas is not easy. It requires a lot of money, equipment, technology, and skilled workers. Petronas also needs time to find oil, drill wells, and follow government regulations before increasing production. This graph shows a relatively inelastic supply curve. The vertical axis represents price, while the horizontal axis represents quantity supplied. As the price increases from P1 to P2, the quantity supplied only increases slightly from Q1 to Q2. This is shown by the steep supply curve. A good example is Petronas, where increasing oil and gas production takes time, money, and resources. Therefore, even when prices rise, the company cannot quickly increase its supply, making the supply relatively inelastic. For example, if the price of oil suddenly increases today, Petronas cannot simply produce more oil the next day. The company needs to make plans, prepare equipment, and ensure that the production process can be carried out safely and efficiently. Because of these limitations, the quantity of oil supplied cannot increase immediately even when prices are higher. So in conclusion, Petronas is a good example of a company with relatively inelastic supply. Although higher oil prices may encourage the company to produce more, increasing oil and gas production takes a significant amount of time, money, and resources. As a result, Petronas cannot respond quickly to changes in price. This shows that the quantity supplied changes slowly compared to the change in price, which is why its supply is considered relatively inelastic. So that's all from me. Thank you.